You've done the work, you've made all your slides, right? And you're wondering, now what? What do I do with it? How do I turn it into a GIF, right? You said we were going to make a GIF or a GIF, or whatever they're called. And this video episode is all about talking about how to make your GIF, all right? So once you've gone through these things, you are trying to turn it into your profile picture, right? So there are two ways to do this, and I'm going to go through both of them so you can choose. One is a little more labor intensive, but it's a lot more reliable. The first way is pretty simple. You're going to go to a website called talltweets.com, and I'll put that on the slide. You're just going to scroll down to the part where it says turn your Google Slides into a GIF presentation and tweet. You won't tweet it, but you will pick that. So you're going to go into your presentation that you made. I've had some that were saved with me, so it might take me a second to find mine. Let's see here. There it is. All right. Now, it will take a minute. It's going to take some time to get onto my slides, to download them, turn them all into pictures, and then take those pictures and turn them into a GIF. So we'll take a second. Okay, we're back, and it wants to ask how big do you want to make it? I make mine 640 pixels wide. You can do 340 or 320. It's whatever you want to do. I choose 640. It seems to be a good middle of the road option. Slide duration, this is up to you, but the longer the duration is, the more choppy it's going to be. So I pick 0.1 seconds for each slide, but you can play around with it and see if you want to do 0.2, 0.3, and make your GIF. So we're going to create it. And there we go. It has made a GIF out of the slides that I gave it. Then you will save. And once you've saved that picture, it should go into your downloads folder. You can call it whatever you like. So that's the first way of doing it, through Tall Tweets. The second way, it's a little more reliable. If Tall Tweets is not working out, is something called Jiffmaker.me. Jiffmaker.me. And in this one, you're going to upload a series of images yourself. So you're doing all the hard work that Tall Tweets did for free. Did it for you. Okay, so you'd go to your slide. You would go into File, then Download. Now download it as a JPEG or a PNG. You choose a PNG for this. And now you have your first slide. You have to go through each slide and download each one of them in order to get the picture for it. So there's my second slide. And you would do this all the way until you get to your last slide. Take some time. But for the interest of time, I'm just going to do these first three. Okay? And it's going to put them into my downloads. So I've got them, they're in order, so it goes from most recent to least recent. So the first one's going to be at the bottom, working its way up to the top. I'll go back to the Jiffme. I'm going to upload the images. In my downloads folder, it's named after your Google Slides, whatever it's called. Mine's called Mr. Wampler, good example. So I'm going to go down to Mr. Wampler, M's. There it is. I'm going to take all of them. I'm going to bring them into this program. And it wants me to drag them into the correct order. And so, right now it's trying to animate this. And it is in good shape. So I would, at this point, create a GIF animation if I had all of my images in there. But I'd go to Create GIF Animation with all 34 of my pictures that I have. And we can view the GIF. So that's the first three slides that I have. And I can download the GIF also. Okay, So now you've made your GIF from your slides, and you're wondering, how do I put this into my Google profile, right? So let's go back to really any page where you have your profile on there. It could be slides, it could be a doc, and you'll click on it, and right below your current picture is a little camera icon. When you click on that, it will ask you to upload which one you want to do. So I'm going to go into selecting a photo from my computer, go to downloads. I'm going to go to the one from Tall Tweets that I made because it's complete. So that one was called, and at first it looks like it's too big, but all you have to do is just drag this square here, and I drag it to the very edge of this line. Then I take the lower corner and I drag it out to the opposite end. That is just big enough for the circle. I'm going to say set that as my profile photo. It kind of already is, but that's okay. And then it shows up as your profile. So everything that you comment on, everything that I think it even pulls it into Microsoft Teams. So these will be your profile pictures. I'm not sure Teams does the animation like Google does. I think it just takes one of the frames. So that's a bummer. But if they ever do update it so that it allows GIFs, then you can have that on there as well. And then finally, there are two last things I want you to do with this. One of them's something I'd like. Just help me out. I think it'd be kind of cool. And then the other one is kind of how we're taking credit for your work. All right. So the first one would be to post to Padlet. And I'll put that link in the description or in the slide where this is. But we'll go to Padlet. You'll want to log in with the Google button when you do this. Okay, so the way you post a GIF to Padlet is you can either double click to start your post, or you can click on this plus sign. Either one works. And you're going to upload your file. So upload, and pick your file. And mine's called, I'm going to use the download from Tall Tweets. You can change the name if you want to, but I'm just going to, that's what it's called. So I'm going to take that one. I'm going to open it. All right, there we go. So I'm going to call it there you go. So I'd like you to put them on Padlet just because I think it'd be really cool to have everyone's on here so we can all look at them at the same time. But again, I'm not going to make it a requirement. I just think it's cool. So if you'd like to, please put it on here. I would love to have some really good examples to show. But that is Padlet. Check the slide for Flipgrid Friday to see what you need to post on Flipgrid when you are finished with this GIF. So that about wraps it up, guys. Again, I'd love to see your stuff on Padlet. I've seen some really cool stuff in class, and I can't wait to see what I get from all of the middle school, right? There's so many creative ideas, so many creative individuals, and I want to see what you've put and kind of why you put it on there, all right? So I will see you all later. Happy GIFing.